Hey everyone, welcome back to the old den here. Now I have a lot of pickups. Most of them are for one system, but I think if I went over everything it would take too long. So I will be putting these up into two parts. Second part probably won't go up for a little bit. I was going to film them back to back, but it's getting kind of late and I'm getting hungry, so I'll probably just do this one part. Second part film tomorrow. It'll go up in a few days, and I would like to do kind of a year-end video where I talk about some of the standout games and the books I've read, and kind of give a happy holidays message. All that's kind of coming close, so I will be putting out a few of these within a couple days of one another. But without further ado, this will all be related to one system in particular. Now, I had filmed this big unboxing. I got this huge box from Japan. Took a while to get in here, to get over here. But then, of course, you get one or two more things in, and one of the things I got in didn't work, and I had to get that resolved. So I decided, okay, well, I'll do the video over. But then this crazy guy started calling and threatening people. Had to get the police involved. That was done. So now I'm finally here to film this. So here it is, the Super Famicom. I blame this on Pete Snestastic. He recently got rid of his Super Nintendo collection for a Super Famicom one. I got a few of his games up there. I showed that a few months back. He was showing the boxes and they all look great. And one of the reasons I got this is because when I was testing his games, my Super Nintendo controller stopped working. It works fine now, but I had to thoroughly clean it. And I thought, I really don't want to mess with all this too much. It's my childhood Super Nintendo, so I would like kind of a workhorse. And this was 26 bucks, I guess, with shipping. I ended up combining shipping with a number of other items. So I guess this was 35 or so. It came with two controllers and hookups, no manual or box or anything. It was dirty, but I cleaned it thoroughly. And if you ever get something from me and it looks clean, that's because if it's a controller or a system, I immediately dismantle it and I soak the plastic in hot water with soap, and I go over the interior, or the innards, I should say, with a Q-tip, rubbing alcohol, and cotton balls. Try to get it as clean as thoroughly as possible. So thankfully this isn't yellowed, but it happens to be the right size. It's going to sit next to my Saturn and a 3DO right here on this desk. And like I said, this is going to be a little workhorse one. I want to retire my original Super Nintendo. Too many memories attached to that for it to stop working on me. My original Saturn has problems now. I had to adjust the pot to increase the laser intensity, and that wears out the drive. So that one is kind of going out. So I retired that one. There's a nice little community in the closet. They all hang out. But really happy with this. I did get in a SCART cable. It attaches to an to a SCART to HDMI adapter for the TV back here, and it looks great. So yeah, that came with two controllers, which have really short cables. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm about to get some extensions or just pick up some US Super Nintendo controllers. Now with that, I picked this up. This originally was a Korean adapter because a guy years back on YouTube showed this, and there's Korean here. Now it's blank. This is just simply a pass-through device to play US Super Nintendo games on the system. I know you can adjust the system shell to fit the cartridges in, but I really didn't want to do that. I love how it looks. It'd be a crime if I screwed this up. I'll clean stuff thoroughly. I'll take stuff apart, put it back together, but I'm not good with modifications, even if it's a simple like body mod. I don't want to do that. So I just got this, and it works great. And with all that, I picked up a number of titles. Like I said, these took a while to come in, so I'm going to kind of go over everything here. One of the reasons I got the system is, I noticed my Mario Kart was missing, and that was kind of expensive if you want the complete copy on the US. And the Super Famicom is one of those systems where the games are still really affordable complete. So I picked up a lot of the stuff I wanted on Super Nintendo just on Super Famicom. You'll notice I don't really need to know English for a lot of these, and that's exactly why. If I do need to know English, I'll just get the US version and use this. But these were also really cheap. So I picked up Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This is, I think, Pete's favorite. I have a plastic shell on all these. I end up picking those up from Game Protector because with these cardboard boxes, I don't want them getting dinged up. But I think this was Pete's favorite cover. However, I actually really like this one, Super Street Fighter 2. These were only... This is weird. The prices vary. There's two big sellers, Hit Japan and... I always forget the name. Yamato Classics, I want to say. Yamakato. And they will have auctions of these, and they'll put the same batches of games up over and over, And what I realized is people will kind of all focus on the first game, and then like a few hours later, maybe like 8 or 9 hours later, they'll have another one go up, and it gets way less attention. So I saw these go for 10 to 20, but I got the next batch, and they were like $8 each, something like that. And these are all complete, by the way. Next up, Pete also liked this cover, and I agree. This is just a fun cover. Look at that. I'm immediately in a good mood seeing this. Like everything about this is fun. This was, I think, $10 complete. This was one I was really wanting because, like I said, I lost my copy. Again, this went for about $28 the first go around. I waited, and the second one's even better shape. There's almost no damage to the box. Actually, I don't see any damage to the box. It looks immaculate. And I got this for maybe $10 complete. Some of them are really cheap. I got this one with the system to test it out. This was only $2. And my wife thinks this is the cutest cover ever. And I'm almost inclined to agree because that is it's pretty adorable. It's Yoshi's Cookies. Surprisingly fun puzzle game. I spent a lot of time with that. Speaking of puzzle games, this is a Bomberman puzzle game that was about $10. Came in really good shape. It's actually got a plastic bag around it. The seller sent theirs in that, which is kind of neat. Another Connect puzzle game. I haven't spent too much time with this. I did play Yoshi's Cookies a lot, though. This was $2.50 or $3.50 for Dragon Quest V. I have this for the DS, but I really wanted to see what it looked like on the big screen. And so when I saw the auction and they had this big screen cap right here, I couldn't pass it up. So yeah, about $2.50 or $3.50. This was $8, Donkey Kong 2. I'm not a big fan of the series, but this is the cheapest one I could find. The first one was going for a little more. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like the worst of the series or what, but I figured since I've never spent too much time with it, why not go for it? Let me put these up. Now, I've also kind of gotten into reproduction carts, mainly for translated games. I have a few of those coming. They're not going to be here yet. And one of those is Gun Hazard. Front Mission Gun Hazard. This is the Super Famicom version. This was about 18 complete. Very good condition, though. The US version has been ordered. It won't come in for probably a month or so, though. But so this is the original, and that's what I'm trying to do. Is if I get a repo, I want the original version. So to that end, I actually completed a little set here. This is Bahamut Lagoon. Now the seller sent this in a padded envelope, and it did come slightly dented on the side, which was a little upsetting. This was about $15. I wish he had just asked for a few dollars in shipping to put it in a box, but he didn't. I don't know, why you keep this in pristine condition for 20 years and then at the last minute say, screw it, put it in an envelope. But for how he sent it, it came in really good shape. It's just a shame he didn't use a box because, like I said, a few dents here. But this is the repro version of that. I ordered this, actually 3 games from the same place we're here. Now, a few hiccups with this. I don't like how the text bleeds over here, and the grammar's a little... it just reads rough to me, and I don't like how there's spillover. And the print job is okay, not great, but from my understanding, this place RetroQuest has some of the best boxes. So I think I've just been spoiled with Time Walk because that's what I've had before. It had like a little tear in the corner too, and the boxes are kind of expensive. But I let the guy know, and he said he'd double check for the next shipment to make sure none of them had any problems. But so this is the U.S. version or repro. If I've been saying repo, please ignore that. And these glares, these protective cases, you know what? They will cause glare, but they're worth it. And now this is going to take me a while. This is Metal Warriors. This is actually pretty neat. This is probably more of a gray area for people, but this is why I got it. Metal Warriors, despite the fact it looks very much, almost dropped it, like an Assault Suit Lannis game, or Target Earth, if you're familiar with that. It was actually not released in Asia. It was released in the US and Europe by LucasArts, and this is an Asian repo cart. So it'll work in my Super Famicom, and it has English. The US version of this is insane. I just saw one go for over $600 complete. Now, you can piecemeal it. That's one of the few games where there are always boxes and manuals going up with the cart. And it will be cheaper if you do that. So I am going to do that next year. That's kind of like my big buy, is I'm going to actually get a little bit at a time. I'm going to get the cart. I already have spare cardboard insert. So I just need the cart. I need the box and the manual. I don't need, there's the old Nintendo advertisements with the 1950s look and a guy saying play it with style. I don't need all that. But that will take me a while to get. But I thought this was such a neat novelty that I just had to get it. So like I said, this is a repo cart for a game released in the US and Europe, but not Asia. And I haven't tried it yet. It actually just came in not too long ago. But I've heard really good things about it, so I'm really looking forward to trying this out. And this is the one I actually gave up on. It's still wrapped because it just came in recently. Gave up on this. It took so long to get here, I just, I wrote it off as a loss. I've been having kind of, not bad luck, but the last few runs I've had of import games has taken a while. So I went ahead and just said, it's not coming in, and it did. ActRaiser, this was $10. A little bit of wear on the box, but this is pretty pricey in the US. And I've read somewhere that you can play a lot of the game without knowing the language. And I thought, I just want to try the game. If I really like it, I'll just save up and get a US version. But I've heard so much about it that I just want to try the mechanics. So I figured $10 to try the mechanics, why not? So this is the last one I got in, ActRaiser. I really don't see myself picking up too much more. I will show the repro carts when they come in. There's three or four, I want to say. I don't have too many more Super Nintendo games I want. Handful, and that'll be it. But yep, that is my Super Famicom collection. It is almost probably 90% done. Not really looking for too much else. I really wanted the Marios, the platformers and Mario Karts, since I can't find them for my original Super Nintendo. And at $10 a piece, Street Fighter $10 a piece. Even if I don't play it a lot, $10 looks great. I like these just aesthetically. I get pleasure out of seeing these. That just looks nice, and it puts me in a good mood. So well worth the money. So I blame Pete for all this, though. Like I said, if you're getting into this, definitely go the eBay route. You can get all of these games. Only one was $18 out of all of them. The rest, $2, $5, $9, $9. Combined shipping, lower the price even more. So if you're looking into it, still some good deals out there. Now, I will have a second pickup video, kind of wrapping up the rest of the stuff I got, and that'll be up in a few days. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to everyone later.